And that brings me to something else I want to talk about the ascension process. Ascension is one of these trigger words that's thrown around by the New Age and spiritual community all the time. It's got all this stuff packaged along with it, all these concepts and trigger words and stuff. There's a few things I want to talk about here. For one, it's a process. The actual moment where your body becomes fourth dimensional is instantaneous. But leading up to it, the mental and physical, even the mental and psychological changes before and after are a process. They're not instantaneous. Reorganizing society is a process. Understanding how technology works in different dimensions is a process. These are not instantaneous things. You will not have to have anyone else ascend you. Nobody who wants to become fourth dimensional is going to be denied this. You don't need to get into an ascension chamber to do it. You don't need to get on a ship to do it. You don't need to take a medicine or have someone activate your D or play with a rock to do this. It will happen automatically. No one can take that away from you as long as you're here on this planet. Now there is a loaded question. How many people are here? I don't rightly know. We have different groupings, I guess you can say. We'll start with pure Terrans of Terran origin. Approximately 60% of this planet is made up of pure Terrans of Terran origin. That means that your soul originated, in source, but came via Gaia, Terra, this planet. You're a native to this planet. Your origin is from here if you are a pure Terran origin. Then we have what we can call the naturalized Terrans. And what percentage are naturalized, I don't know. But these are people who've come from other origins before Terra, showed up here, got caught in the reincarnation trap on this planet, and stayed so long they forgot who they were.
Aha. Okay.
Naturalized Terrans. And then we have incarnates. Incarnates are people like myself who came from elsewhere and came for maybe 1 or 2 lives here. Now, I have a caveat. I did my time as a naturalized Terran and got out on my own. I first came about 12,000 years ago, and I got stuck here. Long enough to forget who I was and what I was and get caught and become a naturalized Terran. I have done this. It doesn't, being a naturalized Terran does not make you a worse person or anything like that. A lot of us are in this situation. Being a native Terran does not make you somehow less than anyone else either. There is a lot to be said for being a native Terran. However, I got out, and I came back deliberately on a mission, and that's what makes me an incarnate now as opposed to a naturalized Terran. I came back specifically on a mission. Now, when you get into the incarnate groups, I can't tell you how many there are. I don't have the percentages. I know there's a fairly large chunk. Not everybody's aware. Not everybody who's an incarnate is aware of the fact that they're an incarnate. Not everybody is going to wake up until after transition. Some are waking up to who and what they are and getting into contact with their people. That's okay. Everybody has different mission parameters. Some people are here as part of a forerunner group. I'm a forerunner in that I've been awake and aware for 17 years to who and what I am, although the details of why eluded me until, well, much more recently. But if you're an incarnate, trust that you're going to do what you need to. And if you're a naturalized Terran or a native Terran, trust that you're still going to do what you need to and what is appropriate for you and right for your soul and your person. And as numbers and percentages, other than saying 60% of us are probably native Terrans, that's all I can really say about that.
Where has the name Galactic Federation of Light and the Galactic Federation of Planets, where did they originate? Why are both of these names being seen as so controversial?
Galactic Federation of Planets. Now, the Galactic Federation of Light, I can say it this. It is based out of Sirius B, or Sirius B. Sirius is a trinary system with 3 suns. Sirius A is populated by a fairly decent neutral group. Sirius B is populated by reptoids that have been genetically engineered to look like a bunch of blonde-haired, blue-eyed humans. And Sirius C has no native population and has recently been settled by friendlies. Sirius B is the origin of the Galactic Federation of Light. They are associated with the Orion Empire and the Orion Conglomerate, and are heavily associated with the Draco and Hydra reptilians, because that's their parents. Now, the Galactic Federation of Planets is based out of the Tau Ceti system, Tau Ceti A, actually, because Tau Ceti is also, I think, either binary or trinary. It is based out of the Tau Ceti system, planet Zeta, X-E-T-A, not to be confused with the Zeta Reticulans, Z-E-T-A, who are progenitors of the gray species and not nice. Now, the Tau Cetians are human. They tend to be darkly tanned. Mediterranean tan is, I believe, what the literature refers to them as, with pointed ears. They tend to be tall and slender, and generally Terrans consider them to be quite attractive. They are the founders of the Galactic Federation of Planets, which has been around for a minimum of 2 billion years. The Galactic Federation of Light has been around for a couple of thousand. So there we've got 2 big differences. The Galactic Federation of Planets is also affiliated with the Andromeda Council. They're voting members and part of the inner council of that, and they're very long-term respected members of the Andromeda Council. And the Tau Cetian people don't run the Galactic Federation, they just founded it. In terms of inner Earth and hollow, Earth's not hollow like a balloon. Earth has hollow layers. You know, it's not like a balloon with the sun inside, the way some people represent it. There are several different layers and several different spaces underneath the visible surface of the Earth. The society that people commonly call the Agarthans is one of them. I think they are the ones who have the exits and entrances at the poles. I don't know why everybody's so obsessed with these guys. They're really not all that special. Most of them are the remnants of previous civilizations, such as Atlantis, Mu, Pacifica, all of those, you know, previous civilizations of humans that have crashed and burned on this planet prior to this. They're higher dimensional natively than we are. We're 3rd D. These guys range from 4th to 6th, not 3D. So when you're going down there, you're actually usually crossing into a different dimensional pocket, which may be why, you know, it appears on some metrics but not on others, and people's experiences vary. Generally, they're not the ones who Earth considers to be hers. Earth considers to be hers those beings who are vibrating with her. That's us. We don't really like them. Why? Because we found too many of them trying to cause trouble.
In what way?
You know, they might be generally a nice society, but
nice societies, when they start to make trouble for other societies, stop being very nice. So we've had problems with them in the past. And right now, they're no longer a problem. We'll put it that way. They've been evacuated. They're welcome to come back after all the dust has settled, and if they're willing to be team players and not actively work against any other population of people who legitimately belong on the surface or below it. But until then, they can stay where they are.